Hello and welcome back to another video on the My Football Writer YouTube channel. I'm Henry, and today we're going to be reacting to the news of the former Newcastle United coach and Nottingham Forest manager Andy Cook being appointed as the new Norwich City women's head coach. In a statement on the club website, the club wrote, Norwich City women are delighted to announce the appointment of Andy Cook as the club's new head coach. Cook will officially take up the position and begin work from Monday, July the 1st. Originally from Marske in Yorkshire, Cook joins the Canaries from Newcastle United Women, where he was first team coach for the duration of the 2023-24 season. He helped his side achieve promotion to the Barclays Women's Championship and reached the final of the FA Women's National League Cup. Prior to his Tyneside appointment, Cook was head coach of Nottingham Forest Women for 4 seasons, overseeing a transformation of the Reds and leading them to the FA National Women's League North title, a League Cup, and a plate victory. Cook also has experience within the second tier of English women's football, having been first team manager for Oxford United Women during a year and a half of their tenure in the Women's Super League 2. The early stages of his career saw him work with Arsenal as a development coach, Durham Women as head coach, and Redcar Athletic as a first team coach. On joining, he said, I'm delighted to be here. Looking around the facilities, meeting some of the players and staff have been brilliant. Everyone at the club has welcomed me, Ben Napper and Flo Allen, and all the staff behind them. I wanted to work in a place and environment where I could shape and help model something that is going to progress long term, and that's going to challenge me. And it's going to a city like Norwich and a club like Norwich that will do that. General Manager Flo Allen said, we're delighted to be welcoming Andy to Norwich City. He joins us with a proven track record within the FA Women's National League, and throughout the extensive recruitment process, his knowledge, experience, and approach to player development stood out. Andy's coaching and philosophy aligns perfectly to our club vision and values, and his appointment comes at an exciting stage of our journey as we continue to evolve and develop. We're looking forward to Andy officially joining the club on July the 1st and getting started on the pitch with the players and the staff. There we have it. Norwich City do have a new manager after what seems like an age ago since they sacked Martin Herdman in February of this year. Despite getting the Canaries to the top of the Division One Southeast in the Women's National League, he did lose his job due to circumstances away from the football club, and his it was due to his other duties he had as Norwich City manager that weren't necessarily getting fulfilled the way Flo Allen and Ben Napper expected. So he was dismissed, and Scott Emerson came in as his interim replacement. And results stayed basically the same, to be honest with you. But we did pick up a lot more draws, and unfortunately, the unbeaten campaign we weren't able to see out, and we did lose to Ashford Town of Middlesex, heartbreakingly, on the final day of the season. So yeah, we did finish second, and of course, that wasn't enough for promotion because in the National League, in the Women's National League, only one team goes up automatically, and then there are no playoffs, unfortunately. So yeah, and Andy Cook has experience of that with Nottingham Forest. So in his last season there, the 2022-23 season, he won the Women's National League Northern Premier Division, which is step 3 of women's football. We're currently in step 4, but he lost out to the Southern Premier side, Watford, in the playoff final. The winners of the Southern Premier League in 2022-23, which meant that his Forest side were denied promotion to the Women's Championship, which probably says quite a lot about a need to properly reform and professionalise the women's game below the Women's Super League. But yeah, that was his last season. He did also win the National League, the Women's National League plate during that time, as well as a domestic cup. He then decided to leave and joined the coaching team at Newcastle United. So he wasn't their manager. He was second in command to Becky Langley, and they actually did win the Northern Premier Division and were promoted this time into the Women's Championship. So they'll be playing in the second tier of women's football next season. As for what Norwich fans can expect from Cook, we can expect a really attacking approach, and that was the driving force behind the appointment of Johannes Hoff Torup for the men's team, someone who would look to play on the front foot, someone with a more attacking style of play. So it's good to see that carried over to this extremely talented women's team. You know, players like Ellie Smith, Natasha Snelling, Rachel Lawrence, players like that thrive in an attacking system. So it's good that Cook prioritises attack more than anything. And as well, it's not just how we're going to look on the ball, but he's also made a priority for us to be well organised off the ball as well. And sort of said about the importance of both, how he wants us to be attacking, always pressing, always on the front foot when we have it, but to make sure we don't lose that structure and don't lose that organisational shape when we haven't got the ball. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to how he develops players, as Flo Allen, the Norwich City Women's general manager, said in that statement that I read out earlier. One of the main reasons that drew them to Cook was because of how he develops young players, and especially with the age of the squad being quite young, and with players like Anna Larkins leaving the club, he'll be crucial for bringing in fresh blood who are young and are ready to perform at this level. And then obviously his wealth of experience, he is probably too overqualified to play at this level, which is without a doubt a good thing. But yeah, Norwich definitely not wallowing over the fact that they didn't get promotion last season. They're doing everything they can to make sure they get into step three for 2025. And yeah, I couldn't be more confident in the club, and I also couldn't be more excited. It definitely feels like a new era for both the men's and the women's team. But yeah, that's just a bit on Andy Cook. Let me know in the comments below on what you think of the appointment and where you think the women's side will finish this season. Because obviously, as we know, there's only one automatic promotion space, but I'm confident we will get it. Are you? Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned to My Football Writer for more great videos, as well as traditional articles on our website. There will be an article uploaded soon about my thoughts on Cook, if you prefer to read it rather than listening to me ramble. But yeah, that will do it for me. So stay tuned until next time. And yeah, thank you.